What up? Jeff here with all my Bitcoin Renegades. And tonight, it looks like it's a little bit of bad news about my pattern. My pattern has been invalidated now, which that's okay. I was holding on to it until the last very second, but it has now been invalidated. Good news though, we had an awesome show on the Crypto Wendy show today, which was an amazing experience. Shout out to Crypto Wendy, to Samurai McKeon, and also to Six Figure Stocks. All of those guys. It was a pleasure to work with all of them. I'm actually really glad there was several different people on the channel and not just me. It kind of took some of the pressure off of me, and I really enjoyed working with them. The only thing I regret is like when I was like, well, I kind of don't agree with Wendy, and that's not really what I meant, because when I was saying I don't agree with her, I just meant that some crypto can last through a bear market. That's all I meant. Like the rest of what she was saying is spot on. And like, I really look up to her, and, really smart lady. And so I kind of take her, stuff seriously. So that's the only thing that I think went wrong during the show, was that, I said that. But as long as I get to explain why. And we're gonna go over what is going on with Bitcoin right now, guys. What is going on? Why are we crashing? What happened, guys? Are we done for? And if we are, how long are we done for? Is this the end of the entire market, or is this just another further pullback before we do go up one last time and try for a new all-time high and then have that blow off top? But we need to really hold strong above 30,000. If we get to the bottom of 30,000, we are definitely in for some turmoil. Now let's go right in and look at this screen here and see exactly what we have here that we're looking at on the charts. So I need to clean all of this up because it didn't happen. And see, all of this, if you followed me, this is what I was going to say. This is what it was like, this is what it would have been like if they didn't push it down. That's what this is up here, is what I thought the market would have been like if the manipulation didn't happen with the FUD. And I honestly thought we were between 40 and 50,000 for so long that it looked like we were repeating what happened here. And in the last couple of days, it did kind of look a little bit different, but you still have the same wick. And, anyway, that pattern's invalidated now, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Unfortunately, I talked about it on Crypto Wendy because I really thought it was still going to play out. I thought that level was really going to hold. And because we didn't have the volume coming in, see, look, we have the volume now. That's what we didn't have before. That's why I was saying it wasn't going to happen, and then the volume came in and it just sent us packing. It sent us, being wrecked. So for sure. If you guys didn't go over and watch Crypto Wendy's video that she did today, gosh, I should have told you that from the beginning. Go over there and watch that video because they have a lot of good insight on the market and how to, what you need to do when you get in and out of the market. And so that's what they were talking about over there today. And so you just got to go check that out on Crypto Wendy's channel. I will leave a link in the description below, and I'll also at the end of the processing, I will put the video up in the right hand corner so that you can click directly over there. And I will be doing that in the next several different videos. So if you want to go over there and support that video, I'm going to try to share that as many places as I can. I've already shared it a bunch, and I want to share it a bunch more places and get that video out there because it was awesome. But now, what is Bitcoin going to do, guys? That's the question that everybody is asking right now. Where is Bitcoin going? Well, like Wendy was saying, 34,000 is probably the next target. And I would probably look to, more technical analysis people for exactly where that's going. When I get a pattern in my, in my site, then I'm like a real TA guy. But if I don't, I'm not really that much of a TA guy. I'm more of a fundamentalist. And, I believe in looking at the big picture of crypto and not just one little aspect. I look at I definitely do candlestick trading now, wick trading. I definitely do technical analysis. I go by the news, what's going on in the world. And then I also go by big overall patterns. And then I always look for my own patterns as well. Like you saw with this one, it didn't play out. And maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe, people, it just didn't either work out, or people heard what I was saying and then didn't like it and, pushed it down, which that's probably not the truth. Why would they do that? But, whales, who knows? Whales probably watch crypto influencers more than you think. And when they see something that a crypto influencer says, whether it be good or bad or whatever they take it as, and then they use it for something, and who knows if they used it to push down the market. Because as you see, most of the time before the market goes down, we go back up first. It's a weird thing. Like I was saying, it's like a slingshot. So if you go up to the resistance, and then you can push it down further. Once you hit that resistance, you can go down further. That's what always happens in these, these big downtrends. This one, it went up first. This one, it went up first. This one, it went up first. That's got to be a pattern, and there's got to be something that we can attest that to whale purchasing, so that we can be prepared for this next time. When we see that pump, we know that it's getting ready for a dump, and we can sell just like they do at that. Right when it pumps before the dump, if we can recognize what that is. And what I want to do is I want to go look at all the information that I can from these times and go see if there's anything that I can find, that's similar, that can give me any kind of a hint on how to guess these things before, they pump. There's got to be some kind of evidence that we can use. So maybe I'll read up on it. Maybe there's already something out there, but if not, might as well create it. You're only limited by your own mind. So tonight's thumbnail was inspired by Crypto Wendy's thumbnail. It wasn't ripping her off. It was just kind of like, what do you call it? Flattery or whatever. I just wanted to show kind of appreciation. So I wanted to do one kind of like hers, but not like exactly like hers. So, but anyway. I had a lot of fun on the show. And so if Bitcoin goes down right now, I don't think we're going to a bear market. I think that this is just another, unfortunate place that we are in society, in the world right now, with all the politics that are going on with Bitcoin and inflation. This should all be actually pushing Bitcoin up. But as I believe it was George, was it George? It was either George or Ivan on Tech. I don't remember which one, but they were talking about, or was it Wendy? Now I don't even remember who it was. Dang it. I can't give credit if I don't remember who it was. But they were saying that NASDAQ, I think it was George, but they were saying NASDAQ really is following Bitcoin, or Bitcoin's following NASDAQ. And, the stocks are really in correlation with Bitcoin right now. And so when the stocks go down, Bitcoin goes down, which is really strange, as those two have really nothing to do with each other, except that they're both assets. You know what I mean? Like a stock market and a crypto, you can't even buy those two things at the same place, except on like maybe Webull or Robinhood, right? Somewhere that's like a third party app that they just buy everything and then hold it and then sell it to you. But you can't, like, there's no place, like stock exchange that you could buy crypto. Well, maybe you can now. I don't know. They're changing everything. So what do I know? I think I know something and then it changes the next minute. So, I'm just so happy with everything that's going on, with the channel, not so much Bitcoin. You guys, if you're worried, I'm sorry. I really am telling you, I'm not worried right now, guys. Do you want to go look at some news Like, what do you want to do? I'm serious. I'm not worried about this right now. This is not the way that the market ends. So we had 3 months here. This is why. Now listen to me. Even though, yeah, my theory didn't pan out, partially it didn't. So we still have 2 months to account for right here. This is 2 months that was pushed down that shouldn't have happened. And maybe even more, maybe almost 3 months, right? So, and then maybe even another push down over here. Because okay, and in all of this, where is our altcoin season after the end of Bitcoin, right? So there are lots of things that just don't add up with the end of the market. And this is why it's called manipulation, guys. And it looks like we're starting to go back up right now, even from 35. But unfortunately, that invalidates my pattern. I just don't think it's the end. And we might just bounce from 35 back up and actually go to a new all-time high. So all of you guys that were panicking, I know even George was getting a little upset with the market. I just want to tell you it's going to be all right. You know, like I told George, I was like, bro, I said, you know, there's so many times where I watch your channel and I was freaking out, especially when I was more of a newbie. And, you know, that just hearing him say, man, we were just here a while ago. We were just here a couple months ago. Look, we're still higher than almost every point back here. You know, we are still at an okay area. We're still in a bull run. Until we break down to 28.8 and below, okay, that's where I'm going now. Yeah, 28.8 and below, then the bull market's over. Then we're going to an actual bear market, which means years. Like the next 2 years or so are going to be anywhere from 15 to 30,000. I don't think it goes below 15, maybe not even 20. Maybe 20 is the lowest we go because that's the previous all-time high. That would make sense, right? But that's it. If we go to 20, look at altcoins already, okay? Now, this is my point. Altcoins are in a dead-out bear market already, and not quite a full 95% one. We'll see how far it can go. Okay, let's go to one of the more affected ones. Okay, let's go to the graph. Now, I've lost money in this. I would not recommend, don't buy any altcoins right now at all. This is such an uncertain time. I would be buying Bitcoin, but that's just me because I love Bitcoin and I'll buy it. 36,000 is awesome price for me. You know, Elon Musk bought at 33,000 and he's not selling. So I'm actually going to pick up some more Bitcoin at this price. But for altcoins, absolutely not. Why? Because I'm actually going to pay a little more attention to what Crypto Wendy said. And, you know, she's a little bit, you know, smarter than I am in that aspect because I think she really sees, you know, how far these altcoins can go back and how she's trying to save you a lot of money, you know, because I've already lost over half of my money on the graph. So I've lost over $1,000 already. I put in like 2,200. I'm down to like 1,100 now. So I basically lost half my money. And I'm not going to keep dollar cost averaging in and watching it keep on going down. So I'm going to wait. I'm not going to sell at a loss, though. That is one thing I won't do. I do think the graph, with all of the grants that just went in it, being how it only started this year and for what it does for the blockchain, for crypto in general, I don't think it's going to disappear. I hope it doesn't. So I'm going to take that risk. I would rather risk my 1,000 that I have now to get 2,000 back or more, possibly even more. When this recovers and goes back up, and you know, instead of selling $1,000 out of loss right now. So either way, I'm either out $1,000 right now or I'm at 2,000 in total, or I get all my money back plus some. So I'm going to wait and try to get all my money back plus some instead of taking either $1,000 loss now, or if the graph actually goes into the ground, like I guess can happen, then I lose out 2,000. But I'm not taking $1,000 loss when I could easily make $2,000 back or lose another 1,000. It's worth the risk to me to wait 2 years. I don't think the graph is going anywhere, even though it isn't a layer one. And I'm only saying that because I believe in it and that, whatever, but I wouldn't shill anything. And I hope she doesn't think I was shilling on her show. Like I wasn't. I was just speaking, what we talk about on the channel. That's it. Like I wasn't trying to shill any coins. Like I was taking it seriously. Like, so, yeah. But we're at 43. So yeah, don't buy. But we're in a straight up bear market. So what I wanted to show you, look, now we're in a worse bear market than we were. That's the weird part, guys. And I want to show you this. We're in a worse bear market now with altcoins than we were in the last actual bear market in June. Hold on, let's see. Where is June? Okay, that's September. Okay, yeah. So actually, let's just go out to not trading view because it's a lot easier to see what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, let's go over here. So as you see, this crypto was put on Coinbase in December of 2020. And so it's less than a year old. So I don't think it's going anywhere on that point. But okay, let's look at the last bear market. So this is when Bitcoin went up to 64,000 the first time. Look how high the graph went up to $3. And then it dropped after that. So that was after the first Bitcoin dump. And then this was the bear market that we had for that 2-3 month period. And it went down to about 49 cents. I remember at the lowest right there. That says 50.63, but it was 49 cents. And that was it. Okay, and that was a bear market within a bull run, right? Now we're over here at what? 43 cents? But Bitcoin at this point was at $28,000. All right. Now Bitcoin is sitting at $36,000. So we're $8,000 higher. Bitcoin, yeah, 49. See, I told you. 49. And then we're at 43 here, but Bitcoin is at 36 instead of 28. So altcoins are at a real disadvantage right now. And that's why I'm thinking that Bitcoin isn't going to go down much further. Like I'm thinking maybe Bitcoin bear market, the lowest it does go is 20K, like ever in a bear market, like a real one, not a bear market and a bull run, but a bear market, literal. And so the way crypto's gone, how all these billionaires have bought in at these high price over $30,000, it's not going to go much below that, guys. They are going to use their vast wealth to ensure it doesn't go much below that unless they want to buy. That's the other side of it. Maybe it's the wealthy elite that are causing this because they're like, okay, well, we took it up to 69,000. Let's go back all the way down to 30K again. And so I'm always trying to think like a billionaire, guys. I'm always trying to think of what their next move would be, right? Because if you think that way, then you can follow the money. You follow the money, you make some of the money, right? So that's what I'm thinking. They're trying to push it down so that they can make more money, get it at a cheaper price. But I think that's bedrock. 35 looks like about it. Now we are starting to go back down again as it turns to the downward. So nothing certain right now. That's why I would wait. Now, that's what I was saying. If we break to that 40 and that 38, we're cool at 38. But as soon as I saw it go down to 37 and then 36, that was it. As soon as I saw 36, it was done. And then I saw 35. I'm like, yeah, okay. But let's go look and see if there's any news to this. Why? What is happening? Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin details how he dumped 6.7 billion in SHIB. He had $6.7 billion. What do you do if someone gives you $6.7 billion? Well, you give it away. That's what you do. That's what Vitalik does, at least. SEC rejects MicroStrategy's Bitcoin accounting as master shares hit 1-year low. Wait, what? MicroStrategy's Bitcoin accounting? What does that mean? Okay, let's read this. This seems kind of interesting. MicroStrategy was trying to avoid claiming BTC impairment losses that would shrink the company's reported value. Impairment losses. Think MicroStrategy. The Bitcoin hoarding software company did well in 2021 as the price of Bitcoin went from 29,000 to as high as 69,000. Not on paper and not on the stock market today either, as its share price hit their lowest level since December 2020. Well, that just shows you the stock market is super low today. So the stock market and Bitcoin are really starting to correlate, and that means big money's in, guys. That is what's wrong with Bitcoin now. That's why they're able to make it go up like this beforehand. You see that? They did it before we went down to 36 again. They did it over here before we went down. See, we were at 41, 42, then we went to 43 before dumping. And that's what they're doing to that. This, thanks to the Bitcoin ETF, guys. That's what happened to it. If you guys really wanted to know, that's what really did Bitcoin in. Because now the same money is in Bitcoin that's in the stock market now. And basically what we did is we correlated now the stock market with Bitcoin. So the way that it was before is, say if one of them crashed, say the stock market crashed, we still could have Bitcoin, right? And if Bitcoin crashed, we'd still have stock market. Well, now they're intertwined. So if one crashes, the other crashes. So it's because the same money is in both, right? And that's the elite money, the big money of the world, you know, the scary, the evil money, the dirty money that you don't like, that nobody wants to talk about, but is there, and that controls basically the market. Why everybody say the rich get rich and the poor get poorer? There's a reason for these sayings. It's because, you know, that original saying has to do with the stock market. Because the rich control the market, while the poor can only move with the waves. You know, rich people control the market, poor people react to the market, and that's the difference. And now that Bitcoin has an ETF, that's what we're going to deal with. And as you see, when MicroStrategy goes down, so does the price of Bitcoin. But that's only short. This is all short term, though, guys. That's what we need to realize. And when we're looking at all of this, get a higher level perspective and a longer term perspective, and you'll be okay. And that's all I was reminding George of earlier today, is to take that macro view and just take a step back a little bit. And when you're thinking too hard about something, it can seem overwhelming. And I think that's where George is at right now. So I really encourage him to maybe just take a step back like he tells us to do sometimes. And then I think he'll be regular George again in no time. So the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission nixed the company's accounting method, which would have allowed it to avoid using an impairment for Bitcoin. So they would have been able to basically make the value of the company worth more. But for all you non-CPAs, we got you. Under generally acceptable accounting principles, you have to adjust the value of Bitcoin on your balance sheet when the price goes down, when it did in between bull runs. This is called an impairment. If the price goes up, however, you make no such adjustment, meaning you can't claim your company is now worth more because the value of your crypto holdings went up. That isn't fair. So you have to report it when it goes down, but you don't get to report it when it goes up. Okay, let's go look down here. As Decrypt wrote back in July when discussing a $23 million impairment in quarter 2, 2021 from Tesla's $1.5 billion Bitcoin buy, it's a quirk in accounting rules rather than an actual loss. Regardless, impairments affect the net worth of a company and its value in the eyes of investors. So the impairment is not approved, so they don't get their stuff to be worth more. That's booty. And of course, it's because it's Bitcoin. And they're basically trying to punish him for betting on Bitcoin. And how do they punish him? They don't care that he's doing it. They just want to be able to get in his pocket. Dude, it's all about money. You know that. Come on. We all know that. We know that, guys. It's all about that Benjamins. Oh, I need to get where's my phone? I want to be able to do some chats. I want to know what you all thought about the Crypto Wendy show too. So we're going to have a Q&A at the end. Let me know what you guys thought. I'm super excited to hear your feedback. I'm really happy that you guys have stuck with me the whole time. All righty. Let's see where we're at. Oh, we never shared in the Telegram group. The polar bear market, guys. Okay. What else is going on? Oh man, the metaverse. I wonder if the metaverse games, oh man, poor metaverse people. They're probably losing so much money. Dogecoin drops to the lowest price in 9 months as crypto market sinks. How crypto Twitter is coping with the latest Bitcoin meltdown. Let's see what crypto Twitter's talking about. What is going on, guys? Why are we melting down? Sometimes you have to just laugh so you don't start crying, or tweet so you don't keep refreshing the screen on your dwindling crypto portfolio. In just 24 hours, the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum fell by over 11% and 15% respectively. As of publication, a single BTC sells on exchange for about $37,800, according to CoinMarketCap, its lowest rate since July. Ethereum, meanwhile, stumbled below the 2,800 mark for the first time since a sojourn there in September. And don't even get me started on the hundreds of governance tokens, layer 2 assets, and meme coins. With the total crypto market cap down more than 12% since yesterday, crypto Twitter is doing its best not to lose its collective mind. In addition to applying the usual bravado about buying the dip, digital asset holders are deploying some gallows humor to keep the spirits higher than their wallets. Those who quit their jobs during a bull market will need their mood lifted. Yes, me. As Kobe, co-host of Crypto Podcast Up, only joked, okay, well, we're not going to read that. So, I have mental health issues, money. Oh, well. Others beg for the market to cool down. I want people to stop selling because I don't want to have fun staying poor again. Masari CEO Ryan Selkis tweeted, referencing a catchphrase often lobbed by crypto lovers at no coiners. I don't want to have fun staying poor again. Crypto has really changed my life in that aspect, and I see it all dwindling away. You know, my plan was to get out at Bitcoin at the top into a stable coin, and now I can't do that. I'm too far down. Like I had it. I actually sold half of my Bitcoin at 63,000 in a stable coin, and then I bought back in at 59,000 like an idiot, because I really thought we were going back higher. I really did. And then we did go back to 69,000, and I didn't sell because I thought we were going higher than that even. So, yeah. I'm going to catch this fly, man. He needs to leave me alone. But, yeah, things are definitely looking up for people short in the market. Things are horrible right now. So I just wish that you guys would stop selling. You know, I don't want to be broke again. I don't want to have fun being broke again. So whatever that is. Oh, Ethereum and Solana hit a 4-month low as the metaverse tokens tank. Here come Andre and whatever this guy's name is, Danny Play, DeFi Play, Danny DeFi Play. I don't even know what the heck I just said. But I've been stuttering a lot lately. It's because of my stinking mouth. My mouth is misformed. Deformed mouth. Makes me stutter. All right, what is this? What's going on here? Oh, let's look at this one. Oh man. I don't know if it's going to let me read this. The Scotsman. Bitcoin price. Why is crypto down today? Crypto news and prices of BTC, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Solana in crypto crash. Bitcoin's price, oh, wonderful, has dropped to a 6-month low of 38,000 on Friday. Here's the latest crypto news and prices for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu Coin, XRP, and more today. So, yeah, all of this is just saying how much the market's down. I think I could give you better news than that. Hold on. Ethereum, Solana, and more major digital currencies and meme coins were trading down on Friday, with Coinbase estimating cryptocurrency market prices to be down 11.4% on the last 24 hours as of 6:08 p.m. So I always wondered, in a market like this, when all the prices go down, is everybody losing money? Or are, besides people shorting the market, of course, and is that the only reason the prices go down, so that people could short the market? What if there wasn't shorting of the market? Would the prices still go down? There's just certain parts of the market I don't understand. Like that part of it. Like, is there somebody getting paid to drop the price? Like when the price goes down, who's making money? Is anybody making money when the price goes down, or is everybody losing money? That's, yeah. If you can find the answer to that question, you win at stock trading, you win at life, you win at crypto, you win at money, you win at everything. So yeah, the game of life, the one that we play every day when we wake up in the morning, you win at that. So all you have to figure it out. Pretty hard to figure out, but now let's go look at a couple cryptos that we look at on the channel here before we go to Q&A. I want to look at internet computer price, because boom, 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 just like I said, man, you guys, this is it. This is the guy. This is the one. This is what's gonna, save us from all of these losses. I should have just put all my money in internet computer instead of the graph, honestly. So unfortunately, internet computer is, well, not unfortunate. I mean, fortunately, but unfortunately for me, look at it. It went way down here, but way recovered. That's because this is bedrock for this crypto. I told you, anything under 25 are dream level prices, even when Bitcoin is doing whatever it's doing, right? So I really love this. It's actually up 10% to Bitcoin today and 13 to Ethereum. That means they fell 10% more than internet computer has. Look, it hasn't fell at all. It's actually stayed the same in 24 hours. And Bitcoin has dropped 10%. Ethereum has dropped 13%. Internet computer price kept its value. So I think I might put all of my crypto into an internet computer price so I don't lose any more money. And then when it goes back up, I just gain internet computer price money. I don't know. I mean, it seems pretty good. Look at all that volume, 539 million. Okay, we're up a lot. Now let's go look at the chart. Is there any good niblets of info? Ooh. Yeah, look, it's right where it's always been. It stayed kind of like right there. And remember, oh no, it was like that on the other way too. So yeah, that could be bad news. This could be breaking down, but I would keep an eye on this level, because it's going to be a big level of support right here. I mean, I guess we could even go down just a little bit to, give it a little bit of leeway, but it's just like right there, 23.99. Yeah. So, or we could even start it right here, and that would make it a lot better for it. But we're still kind of right there on the cusp of it. So it looks like it might want to break down, but it's been holding pretty strong since yesterday. Let's go look at the 4 hours so we can get a better bird's eye view of it. I mean, I could have been completely wrong with that Bitcoin pattern, but I saw what I saw, man. I don't care. It looked like it was playing out exactly, and it kept going for a long time. As you see, we have held a nice level of support right here. So this is a big level area. Yeah, we can go down to 22, but this is such a solid level of support right here. It doesn't look like it, even with all the volume, it does not look like it wants to go any lower than this right here. I think 22 is absolute bedrock. And so these are dream level prices, guys. Now, if I wouldn't recommend buying almost any crypto right now, but I'm buying this. I wouldn't recommend you guys buy anything. Like, if you want to buy, that's your choice, but I'm not going to recommend it at this time. I just couldn't do that. Like, you know, I started doing this to help people make money, and that's where I'm going to stay. That's what I'm thinking. I don't care about the view. I mean, I do want views, of course, but I don't care about the views enough to lead you in the wrong direction. I just don't. I care about, you know, making a little bit of money for myself and helping other people to make money just by learning the little tricks that I did, you know, and then I can show you here, you know, this says we're going down because the wick says going down and we're right up above this line. But if we go down, it's not going to be too far, you know, and I don't think it's really going to break down a lot. So I think we might be at the bottom here, and I think we could probably even head up to here. Now that's depending on what Bitcoin's doing, right? We're back to green again, right? So was 35K the absolute bottom? Well, I don't know. You know, if you would have asked me earlier, we weren't going below 38. So when it does something that I don't plan for, I mean, I didn't plan for this, but I did prepare for it. That's the thing. Like, I prepared for it, but I didn't plan for it, but I did prepare for it. So the only thing that I do now is I turn my short-term trades to long-term. And I made sure that when I was consolidating all of my crypto, you know, at this original dump right here, whenever I see a dump like that, I know that it's a possible bear market. And so what I did is I consolidated. As you see, there was a video I did that I sold all my Algorand to buy back cheaper. I only bought like $60 back because I saw everything started going down. And I'm glad I did, because I was trying to buy back in at $1.50 and it went down to like $1.10 on Algorand. So let's go look at Algorand. That's another one of those layer ones that I think is going to last. I only have like $40 of this. I'm not trying to shill Algorand, but I think it's a really good layer one. And I think it has a real future, and it's not going to go away. It just had $500 million put into it. It's going to at least last until the next bull market, for sure. Well, I mean, nothing's for sure, but pretty sure. It just got $1 billion, 500 million, 400 million the first time, 500 million the second time. Now it's down to $1.03. Super glad I sold it at $1.72, or I would have lost almost half of my money with Algorand. Thank you, Algorand, for giving me a chance to sell my money, to sell my Algorand before you dumped on me. Now it's the only crypto that did it. Look, let's go back and look. Like 3 months, I'll show you. Yeah. I think this was the dump, the original, remember? And then we went back up to $1.70, $1.82, but I accidentally sold it like $1.72, like right, $1.72 or something. And I was going to buy back at $1.50, and I'm super glad I didn't. I mean, I did. I bought back like $60 worth, but I never did put in the rest. Thank goodness. Because that's why I always advocate to take your profits, but I don't ever advocate to sell at a loss. I mean, it depends. Now, if you're in a crap coin that might not be here yet, well, then that's a different story. And if we're heading into a bear market, then of course, yeah, that is of course what you do for sure. Yeah. And And I just still can't believe I'm like, yeah, well, you know, the reason that I said, well, I'm kind of different than Wendy on that. I was just trying to show that I have my own thoughts, but then it kind of sounded like, you know, it's her show. I was just trying to be respectful like that. And I hope it didn't come across disrespectful at all. I don't think it did. I think she's cool. She probably would have said something. That was cool. I was nervous, and she's like, you can't be nervous here. And I'm like, okay, well, how about I give you my nerves? And she's like, yeah, I'll take them. So that was cool, man. They like, it basically got rid of all my nerves. I was super nervous at first. I almost puked, guys. I'm not going to lie. Like before the show, not while the show was on. Actually, I was fine after, you know, talking and, you know, having a minute with everybody. But before the show, when I was sitting there, because the show started at 10 o'clock, and I was sitting there at like 9:30 with the Zoom thing open, and I was just looking out the window. These squirrels were jumping on the electric lamppost out there, and I thought I was going to look over and see a squirrel fly from there, because they were like jumping on the metal, you know, little twirly things on the telephone poles, on the wires. But yeah, I just felt really sick to my stomach, and you know, just because I was thinking too much about it, like my nerves were getting the best of me. And then, so I got up and I walked, and then I looked at my phone. Someone wished me luck, my mom or someone wished me luck. And then boom, I was fine. We did the show and it turned out great. Unfortunately, my pattern didn't play out, but that's okay, because I said that my pattern would invalidate if we did go below those levels. So, you know, patterns don't always play out. And that wasn't even a legit pattern. That was just one that I had saw. So, but I wanted to tell people about it because I thought it was real. I thought it was going to play out. And it was a pretty good thought. Like, I'm a nerd for stuff like really cool patterns. And I saw something pretty cool in that. And I know maybe not a lot of you saw the same thing that I did. Maybe you saw it was a little more wonky, but it was basically the same thing. It was going through the same kind of motions and the same, you know, kind of movement that we had before. But yeah, it broke down. So I don't think we're going to go below 30, guys, but that's just my bullish self. As you know, I hardly ever think we're going to go below 30. But if we do, like I said, I always call it when the scenario flips. And that is one thing I love that Crypto Wendy O always says. She says, always have a scenario for both, you know, instances. And that's the best advice that you could probably get, besides don't put more money in the market than you can afford to lose, is, you know, to do that. So what are your guys' plans for the end of the market? Because I do have a plan for the end of the market when it comes for the next year or two. And this isn't, I just don't think that this is it. And it might get me caught. It might get me caught having to hold for 2 more years, but that's fine. If I have to, all I'm going to do is start accumulating. I'm not going to look at the price of my Bitcoin if I have to for a couple of years. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to accumulate Satoshis. And that's all you have to do. Just put 25, 30, 40 bucks, take a couple surveys, whatever you got to do to get your Satoshis, you know, and then it adds up after a while, you know. I ended up with getting like only 2.4 or 0.24. Yeah, I wish 2.4, 0.24, you know, Bitcoin. And that's like 2.4 million Satoshis, which is 1 Satoshi is to the 8th power. So imagine 2.4 million of those is right around, well, 1.4 right now is only like 5 grand. So 2.4, probably around 8-9 grand right now, unfortunately. But it should be going back up again before we see the end of the market. Like I said, I think we prolonged the market by about 5 months so far. So I think the actual end of the market isn't going to come until we're looking at May or June for the end of the market. So honestly, I thought we were going to get a lot of people on here tonight because of the Crypto Wendy O live stream, but that's okay. It might take a little while. And we already have a ton of new subscribers on the channel, and we have a ton of new followers on Twitter. So shout out to Crypto Wendy, guys. Go over there, subscribe to her channel, subscribe to her on Twitter. Best person I know in crypto. So go check Crypto Wendy O at. And yeah, Let's go look at the chat room now. This is what I'm excited for. What? Medic One, what are you doing to me? Thank you so much for the $10. Oh my God. Pattern failed, but we're all good. This will pass like all things. Thank you guys for being understanding of that pattern. And maybe I should be more upfront with you guys when I tell you about stuff like that it could fail. And especially I will do that next time. I will let you know. I'll be like, hey, this is something I'm making up. This isn't like an established pattern. And maybe I'll be a little more forthcoming with that. It's not like I hid it from you guys, but I maybe gave you a little too much hope. But I mean, you can never have too much hope, but I just don't want you to lose money. That's what I'm saying. So there's a balance, and I want to keep you guys balanced, and we'll do that. So thank you, Medic One. I hope you got to see us over on the O Show today, because that was just pretty cool. One of the best experiences. Been a dream of mine to be on the O Show ever since I started crypto, and then started looking to influencers I looked up to, not just ones that, oh, I want to get on their show to get, views, but actual mentors, like channels I look up to, good people. And that's what I look for. And then the person that I thought was one of the best ones actually let me on her show. And so I wasn't expecting that. Like I applied, just like the Dfinity grant. I didn't think I was going to get it, guys. I go for the moon. That's why the pattern, I didn't know if it was going to play out, but guys, if you don't hope, what is this world? Like, what are we if we don't hope? If you don't have faith, if you don't have hope, then, that's why I do things. But we also have to look at the fundamentals, though. We can't just be hoping machines. We also have to look at what's going on in front of us. But you can never have enough hope, though. So it goes both ways. Let's not be stupid, but let's not give up hope either. So at least ICP is showing some strength, baby. Just what we were talking about earlier, because ICP is holding its own right now. And that makes me super happy, because that's one of my big holdings too. Even not bigger than the graph, but my second biggest one to the graph. I wish it would have been more than the graph. I should have done more. Have no fear. I am here. Not worried either. See, this is why our team is so solid, man. He said, I'm not worried either. At the end of the day, it's only money and I can make more. Same for you. That's a good way to look at things. It's only money. But be careful when you have a thought process like that, because yes, it is only money, but we also know that, money has value, because we need it for everything. You need it to live, you need it to eat. So yeah, but it is just money. That's exactly it. I like that. 80% of the Shibi was, yeah, he did. You remember that guy, Straight Kyla? He burned 80% of the sheep he was given. He's talking about Vitalik Buterin. He burnt most of it. And you know what he did with the rest? He gave it to India, because they were going through, we aren't going to talk about that, but he gave it to India. So that was cool. And that's someone who knows the value of money, but isn't ruled by it. Who gives away 8 billion or however much billion in Shiba and burns a bunch of it so the rest of the people can actually make a lot of money off of it? Somebody who knows the value of humanity over money. Very rare quality. That's why I look up to Vitalik too. So there, if you guys look up to somebody, whether it be me, whether it be whoever it is you look up to, make sure you look up to them for the right reasons. Don't look up to them just because they drive a Ferrari. Don't look up to them just because they made $1 million Bitcoin trade once. Unless they lead a bunch of other people to that, then, but, you can look up to people for what's inside, and then, also for what they do, with that as well. You have to judge them by, the whole character. So, for sure. Now let's make sure I have the live chat. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard him all over the place. People like to hear Vitalik talk. He's very well spoken, very smart dude. He helped create Ethereum, guys. Like, come on. He's the only person that we can put a face on that created a top 3 crypto. You know, like who created, well, Charles Hoskinson, I guess Cardano, so there's that's the next one. But you know, Satoshi Nakamoto, we don't know who that guy is, and if he's half the person, you know, Vitalik is, but I think he is, because if he wasn't a good person, he would just go and sell all of his Bitcoin and become a billionaire, and who cares about everybody else, right? I'm a billionaire. He cares more about Bitcoin than he does money. These are the people I can get behind, man. People that know that money, we need it, but they aren't ruled by it. That's who we want to be in this community. We want to know the value of money and respect it, but not be ruled by it. We rule our money. We don't let it rule us. So good job, guys. We had a good night. Stay strong, guys. I'm here to tell you right now, we will get through this. We will have another bull market, and we will take profits when we can. Now, if you're in garbage coins, maybe start consolidating. If you're in layer ones, I would recommend crypto winter. You know, it's all about long-term holds right now. Any short-term holds that you guys have, I would, you know, have already had them gone or put into winter mode by now. Especially that level that we just broke right there, that was a crucial level, and it doesn't look like we're recovering from that how I would have liked to. So we are going to move on, but not yet. So I see another all-time high, or at least another attempt at an all-time high before the end of the year. I watch it go out 5 months. That's my next prediction. I'm going to let you know right now. This is unfounded. This is just my theory. There's no like previous, you know, thing that can actually back it up. I'm just saying I think it added a couple months, whether it be between probably 3 to 5 months extra of a bull market. So it could be from January, April to June. So from April to June might be the end. And how we know? We're going to get a Bitcoin blow off top and a giant altcoin season. That's what we didn't have at the end of this market. If Bitcoin went way down, where's our altcoin season? That happens when Bitcoin goes down. Why are altcoins going down so much? This is just like the last fake out that we had. And then what happened to altcoins again? They blasted up again. So who knows, guys? They're manipulating the market. We're rolling with it. I'm going to keep you up to date every day so we know what action to take to either make money or stop us from losing money, guys. So let's do it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Smash that like. Go over and check out Wendy O's video. Subscribe to her channel and go check out the other two guys that we were doing the videos with. Great guys. I actually might do some collaborations with those guys too. At least one of them, maybe both of them. I don't know. I might reach out and talk to the other guy, but one of the guys reached out to me already. So I like that. I like creating, you know, like-minded individuals and relationships like that. So it was pretty cool having that guy reach out to me, and you know, I can already tell they're good people. So all right, guys, that being said, you know what time it is. Goodbye and good Bitcoin.